size up with you, and when I defang the Viper, trust me, ain't gonna come from nowhere. Jeff, I already put you out. I don't even know why you're out here right now. Keep on talking. Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group? And Mustafa, you out here, a boy among men. And I'm gonna tell you what, you got lucky at the Rumble, so I know you're gonna come out here and run your mouth about how bad you are. But let me give you a little bit of a reality check. You see, Mustafa, you said that my eyes don't lie. Well, your eyes don't lie either, because last week, they were closed real tight when I put your simple ass to sleep. And AJ, hey man, be honest with me. How's our old girl Wendy doing?
Yes. Welcome back to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. It's me, Hafeez, and with me, as always, is Devin. And yes, we are here to talk about what's next.
Pop it up.
20.
Get the ones up.
3.
Yeah, get the ones up for 2023. 2023. Get some ones up.
Let's go. Oh man, well, happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year to all listening, to all that'll see that are seeing this now, that'll see this later. Happy New Year to y'all. We hope for the best for all of you, and that the New Year started out great. Started out just awesome. That all your resolutions you got on the right track with all of that, and yeah, just wishing for great things for everybody. So start things off right on a positive note with that.
That's what I'm talking about. 2023. Damn.
The Jordan year. The Jordan year.
The Jordan year. I like
Jordan
that.
year.
Jordan year. Be the greatest year for the Tribal Chief then.
Well, I mean, look.
He was in his bag tonight. That man was in his bag tonight.
Oh,
you watch SmackDown.
Bro,
I'm not going to spoil it for you, man.
I mean, you know what? You can. It's okay. For the listeners and the viewers, yes. You can go ahead and talk about it, man. What the Tribal Chief talking
about? Guy is right next to me. This is my guy right here. If y'all didn't know, this is my guy. This guy right here, that's my guy right here.
I think we all know. I think everybody here all knows.
My guy. Oh, man. So, SmackDown kicked off with the Bloodline, but they was wreaking havoc, just like Monday Night Raw. They came in there, clean house, and then the Tribal Chief came with his entrance, Bloodline, the Usos, it was Sammy and Solo all waiting, you know what I'm saying, by the announce table, getting their ones up, waiting for the Tribal Chief, making the slow ass entrance. Finally gets there, got the mic, says he's like, hey, you know, with 2023, I'm going to have a good year, but I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on last year. On Friday, on Friday, he was like, there's rumors out there, people saying I lost. He started laughing. He was like, I lost? No. I didn't take the pin. My shoulders. It was Sammy. He's pointing at Sammy. Turn around. It was Sammy that lost. It was Sammy's shoulders on the pin. As far as I'm cool. I'm clean. I'm the Tribal Chief. I was like, well, you know, you do have a strong point, sir. You know, you didn't take the pin. He's my Tribal Chief. It was a strong point. He didn't take the pin. All right, his shoulders were not on the mat. It was Sammy. All right.
I mean, his team lost though. If the Usos wrestle in a tag match and Jay gets pinned, Jimmy takes that L too.
In a way, yes.
They lose the titles. I mean, if they lose a tag match, they'll say, "Well, Jimmy, you get to keep your belt because you know you didn't take the pin. It was Jay. Jay, give us that championship. Give us that title." No, they're a team. Whole bunch of excuses, sir. Whole bunch of excuses.
Oh man, what up, Drew? Y'all, we got the chat community already blowing up already. Yeah, we do want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Bring me the negativity. I got some shit to say tonight too. So yes, we want to smoke.
Oh Lord.
Get the what's up. Circle of Debate. Ivan, what up, bro? The Professor. Yes. Happy New Year, bro. Yes, Drew.
Happy New Year. Yes.
2023 is the year. Yes, sir. You said it, Ivan. Thank you, man. So let me pause on the chat real quick. Let me focus to my Tribal Chief. I'm sorry, but I had to take a break. I had to, you know, holler at the chat community. My Tribal Chief head of the table. All right, so he, you know, like I said, he directed his focus on Sam.
Mhm.
Then he proceeded to say, all right, hold on, man. Are you trying to be the tribal chief? Do you want to be the tribal chief?
Damn.
So he's saying that real calm. And then 0.9 seconds, 10th of a second, he went 0 to 100 real quick. He's like, did you hear me? Are you trying to be the tribal chief? Do you want that burden? Do you want? And the KO music comes in. He like saves Sammy from.
Damn.
I don't know what was about to happen, but
I mean, we know what's about to happen.
That man was sweating.
Yeah.
All right. KO comes in. He says, man, you know what? Why even blaming Sam? It's my fault. Why you're mad at Sam? It's my fault. All right. You should be focused on me because I'm coming for you. Matter of fact, I want a championship match at Royal Rumble.
That part I heard.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's what we do. We call it matches. All right. And then later on the show, they make it official. Michael Cole, like breaking news. It's official. Yeah. You know, Royal Rumble, Tribal Chief.
Just now I saw on Instagram they put it up official. Yeah.
All right. So another backstage segment. Sammy, he's trying to get into the Bloodline room.
Paul he can't get in there. Oh no,
he can't get in, bro. Paul Heyman was like, my guy, it is not a good time right now, bro. Not a good time. What's crazy is you see the Usos come in, they're like, hey, what's up, Heyman? They walk in.
Oh,
bro.
He got demoted.
The optics of it was not good. It was not looking good.
He was side by side with the tribal chief. Now he can't even get in the door. Damn.
Man. But as the show progressed, we're getting close to the main event for the Usos going against. Here's the new tag team name for Drew.
Oh no.
For Drew and Sheamus. They are called. Let me say this for a straight face. Say it with a straight face. Be patient, people. It's about to happen. They are called the Banger Bros.
Oh no. Oh no.
They're called the Banger Bros.
I mean, look, see, that can't last because you miss a few letters on there, and I'm sorry. There's going to be a lot of people finding out some.
I can't even use the GIF for it.
You can't. Oh, man. They're this close to it not being a family show no more, man. Like,
dude. Yes, Drew. I said it. Did you just say?
Oh, there it is.
No, it's a
that's
Banger Bros.
Literally,
with just two words.
letters, two letters, and it's a wrap. And it's a wrap. I mean, I know we're not in the PG era anymore, but damn.
But still, come on, man. They gotta change that up.
Wow.
They gotta.
You can't even say that. I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Michael Cole was all emphatic about it. Just the Banger Bros.
Because we all get it, banger after banger, but
yeah, I get it, but come on, man.
Yeah, no. You gonna have to, Banger Bros. Yeah, let me Google that, Banger Bros.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, look, I want to show you guys the Banger Bros.
Look at my Banger Bros. Let me look at this. School bus. What
is all that?
What is going?
Where is Drew and Sheamus?
Never mind, Mom. I don't need it.
Never mind, Mom.
Kids growing up already.
Oh, growing real quick. Oh, all right. Well, all right, that's not gonna stick. Somebody back there's gonna be like, guys, change it.
Just like who's in the back and thought this was gonna pass? This was passable.
Seriously. It's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not. Come on. That's not gonna last. They fucked up. You know, they fucked up. Just what it is.
I digress. As we proceeded with the show, we're getting closer to the main event. Sammy, he's finally let in because the tribal chief, he was like, "Hey, call Sammy. I want Sammy now in my room." Call Sammy. Comes in, and Sammy just goes in there. He was like, "Hey, you know, if I put an impression on you that I'm trying to be the tribal chief. I'm sorry. He's apologizing, man. He's like, you're the tribal chief. I acknowledge you. He's saying all of this. You know what I'm saying? You see Paul in the background just smiling like, yeah, you say all the right things. Saying all the right things. All right. Then the tribal chief, he begins to speak. He was like, you know what? I'm sorry, Sam. I was like, huh?
That's the setup.
Dude.
That's the setup. Nope.
He was like, you know what? KO was right. I am mad. At KO, and I'm taking it out on you. All right. So that's on me. All right. It's my fault. I was like, okay. All right. So, but then he proceeded to say, like, all right, Sammy, you know what? So I need you to take care of business. Next week, I got you in the match. Sami Zayn. Well, actually, Roman Reigns to say this. Paul Heyman saying this. He's like, Sami Zayn against KO. SmackDown. Friday. I was like, shit. This is like a must win. He can't lose. Because the tribal chief is getting on him. You was like, you called your shot. And you know what I'm saying? It didn't happen. Like, yeah, he's right. So this is the setup. This is the situation.
Mm-hmm. You already know
currently Sammy Uso's in. And maybe, the following weeks what happened that he's going to get his ass kicked the fuck out.
So we got our first 2023 prediction.
Yeah. Right, slow about with my guy right here.
Oh, man.
Tribal chief. Man.
We knew that eventually that's where the story was going. And, it's not official yet. We still got a week to see how they play this out.
Yeah.
But it just feels like the writing's on the wall of what's going to happen. And hey, it's going to be a great story, regardless of which way they try to do. It's going to be a great story.
It was just a fantastic job from the tribal chief. He was entertaining as hell. He showed a lot of emotions, comedy, anger. Showing that he's accountable for his actions, showing a great leader right there. It's like, yeah, my tribal chief wants up, man, head of the table. That's what leaders do, take accountability. And that's what he did. He did.
Because with the whole losing, he didn't take accountability there. He didn't say
he didn't call his shot. Sammy did.
Yeah, but you're in the match. It's a tag match. You're a team. And he threw Sammy under the bus saying, I didn't lose. He lost. Sami Zayn lost. Like, is that a leader? Is that I don't know, man. At my job, that's not what
you're doing.
I don't throw my team under the bus. If we lose, hey, that's on me too. They messed up. It's them. No. I got to eat that too. Matter of fact, I'll probably eat it more than anybody else. It's like, you know what, guys? It's on me. I didn't have y'all prepared. It's okay. And I'll take that. That's on me.
Well, he is a benevolent dictator then. All right. There we go.
Okay. I'll take
spot on description.
He's a dictator, right? See? That's fine. Okay. All right.
See eye to eye on that. Moving on.
Oh, man. Well, we're going to come back to the Bloodline, so we can talk a little bit more about them later on. But let's get to officially our first prediction for 2023, which got answered real quick. During the day.
When you sent me the topics was it yesterday or last night?
It was yesterday. That was the first one on my list was, do you think Vince McMahon will be back in WWE with all the news coming out? And Vince McMahon is back. So which is crazy. I mean, look, this man's golly, man. Like, really? All right, so here's the deal. This return is more of a behind the scenes business board of directors return. He's a majority stockholder. They're negotiating for the TV rights, and it makes it easier for them to do the negotiation with the guy who owns a majority stake in the company. So from a business perspective, does it make sense? Yes. Now, some in the board tried to say, hey, with all of the allegations and the investigation into, what Vince McMahon with these, various women and allegations there, true or untrue, there's an investigation happening. is it in the best interest of WWE to do this? And Vince fired back at them, saying it's a shame that they're trying to use that to keep me out. And then he changed some of the bylaws for the company, saying that they can't make a decision on selling the TV rights without him. So long story short, this is from a business standpoint, not necessarily a creative standpoint. Now, Vince McMahon, how much you want to trust and believe him when he says something, you know, take it for what it is.
I lie!
I mean, you know, like, hey, it's Vince. I don't know, man. I don't know. But he said, he's like, you know what, when it comes to, you know, Stephanie, Nick, and Paul, you know, Triple H, he's like, I don't expect any changes to come to any of them. And I mean, look, I would hope so. I would hope, and I think a lot of us that are enjoying WWE right now would hope Vince does not say, you know what, not only do I want to, you know, have this board of directors spot, you know, back, but maybe I'll show up, you know, to the arena. Maybe I'll be in Gorilla.
Let's see what my son-in-law doing with the show.
Yeah, let me see. Let me sit next to you. Oh, this feels comfortable.
What you got set up for WrestleMania?
I like that seat. That was my seat. Let me sit there. You know, pushed out, but I want my own seat back. Let me get the headset.
Backseat driving ass.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael. You hear me in there? You hear me?
tapping on Triple H's shoulder. Hey,
right. Yeah.
You know
what's that? What's that?
You say you can't carry it across and hit and put that mask back on. See what happens. I bet we get people talking then.
He's like, majority stockholder talking. I need oh man, yeah, this is we don't know. We don't know. So speculation is just gonna be speculation about the creative until something actually happens.
Yeah,
but
I'm a wait and see type of guy.
Standpoint, yeah, he's back in the board of directors.
Thank you for that level-headed response on Twitter. I loved it. I took like a week off from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But I come back, Vince McMahon is back, and Twitter is in their uproar.
Oh,
they're just snapping to my entertainment. I'm loving this. Man, they was.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
Yep. That's what I pictured. When this came out, I was like, oh, I already know people are going to lose their minds. I had to read about it. I was like, let me actually look into it and do some digging and read and see like what's being said officially about this return and see what Vince put out there and what everybody's saying. And, you know, it's for me too. I won't lie that when you start hearing the rumors and start seeing the headlines, you're like, oh, shit, he's coming back. Like, what does this mean? You know, but then when you actually dig into it, when you actually look at what's pen to paper, what's happening, it has nothing to do with creative. As of right now, it has nothing to do with creative. So let's just relax. Triple H is still at the helm when it comes to creative. The on-screen product, as of right now, there's no signs of change. Now, I'm sure everybody's going to be watching with a you know, like a fine-tooth comb. They're going to be picking through. Right, exactly. Binoculars, looking at every detail.
I got my good eye on you. I got my good eye.
Right. Like, are they going to be saying, what was the thing for hospital? The medical facility or whatever, instead of saying hospital?
Oh, yeah.
Are they going to be calling them superstars and not wrestlers? Like, what things are going to be said and not said? Like, what are we doing? You know, so we'll see. We'll see which way this goes.
No more pro wrestler terms. Pro wrestler.
Hey, we could. Who knows, man? I feel like right now we just have to go with he is doing this because he wants to affect the sale of the TV rights and potentially the sale of the company.
The stock did go up when he was back on board, so there is some facts with it.
Well, one big part too that I just mentioned, I want to make sure is not just the TV rights; it's potentially selling the company too that I kept reading about too. So you know, look out for that potentially. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's majority stockholder, so you knew he wasn't completely done with WWE in one form or fashion, but you know, what else that means, what that means for the on-screen product, we don't know. So let's not jump to too many conclusions when it comes to that.
If anybody's gonna kill my creation, I'm gonna do it.
Wow. See, You just fueling the fire for the IWC right now, man. That's exactly what they're feeling. That's what they see. When they saw this headline, it was that.
I love it. I love this, man. Pure entertainment, man. Just the overreaction, just the, oh my God, it's over. He's gonna be taking over. Just relax, bro. Just let's take steps to this. If it gets there, let's cross that bridge when we get there. We get there, then, all right, then we talk about it. How you gonna let this happen, Papa H? But right now, Papa H still running the show. He's still the cook.
Right. Also, too, as far as predictions go, just a real quick note as well. Like, you know, I was talking to some people earlier today, and Comcast seems like a company that makes sense for them to sell to, with the relationship there between Peacock and just, you know, USA and how long they've had history together. Disney would make sense because of ESPN, and, you know, there's been, you know, you'll see wrestlers all the time show up to be interviewed on ESPN, and I feel like Vince himself, you know, when talking about, you know, WWE, has compared WWE to Disney, you know, compared them as a company to that, wanting them to be more like that. So what better way to cement that, I guess, identity for WWE than to be a part of Disney, you know, join the mouse, basically. So, you know, I could see as a prediction, maybe one of those two companies. I don't really see another company potentially that it could be. It seems to be just those two right now.
Hey, Dad. I need billions of dollars, Dad.
I mean, they got the money. You know, it feels like they got the money.
I want it now.
I mean, if they pay enough, man, the two cons, you know, Nick and Tony get together, have a conversation in the room, and Vince looks and says, "Hey, man, there's enough zeros there. Cool. But I don't think so. I don't think that happens. I think most likely Comcast, but I think Disney too could get in that conversation too. So next up, as far as predictions, all right, it was recently announced that London is getting Money in the Bank. So Money in the Bank 2023 will now be in London. So with that said, thinking about Money in the Bank, thinking about predictions 2023. Who are some of your early favorites to be entries in the Money in the Bank and favorites? It doesn't have to be one person for the men and one person for the women. Just who are you thinking right now stands out as potentials for the Money in the Bank?
Oh man, that's a good question. But right now, off the top of my head, I would say, no doubt, LA Knight is the first. It's like my first ballot right there.
Yeah,
he is just, man, this Bray Wyatt and LA Knight story. He just took the ball and ran with it. Now it's like it feels like he's controlling the story. Yeah, just the way the crowd is receptive to him, even the way he reacts to Bray too, as well, imitating Bray. That's funny as hell. The whole how he handled the what chance was damn impressive. They were saying what? He's like, huh? He's like, what? Huh? Like, oh, shut up, you dummies! I'm talking now. Oh man, so it shows me that he is ready to take that next step. And yes, so I will place him as a first ballot for a Money in the Bank participant, possibly winning the breakout.
Yeah. That's, you know, honestly for me, LA Knight as well stands out. You know, it feels like LA Knight right now, of all of the guys who, they're just maybe new, quote unquote, new faces to the main roster of WWE. You know, he has that it factor that seems like he's ready to have that kind of responsibility to say, hey, you know, we're going to give you Money in the Bank and we want you to be that threat, whether you cash in or, you know, successfully or not. You know, having you be that person to taunt the champion, you know, month in and month out, it makes a whole lot of sense for him to be that guy. He's got the charisma. The crowd are starting to get behind him. You know, it feels like he would be a great option there. It's tough after that. I mean, I want to say a guy like Karrion Kross, you know, who is also a guy that is a new face to the main roster still. It feels like he, you know, really hasn't done much yet on the main roster. He had the little bit of a feud with Drew, which didn't really go the way I wanted it to, honestly.
He just had a mixed tag match with Madcap Moss and Emma.
Yeah. But that, I mean, I feel like that would be a way to kind of give him a story to go with that will be a little bit more interesting than anything he's done so far. And his thing of TikTok, like saying that guy's time is up. He could be looking at the champion saying TikTok all day and holding the money in the bank and saying like, yeah, it's only a matter of time before I cash in. And his size, just the fear of Scarlett, like he would feel like a threat, and this could be a way that they could kind of maybe not repush, or maybe that is the phrase, but to just push him, towards being that star that Triple H once saw in NXT. So I feel like Karrion Kross does stand out as a guy who could be a threat.
You say you blame the booking, the way he's not just connecting with the crowd, and maybe the subtle missteps. You said the Drew feud didn't really work out.
You know what? I don't think I'm going to blame the booking here, because I was excited about the matchup with him and Drew. Yeah. I feel like it's just the way that the story that they told the story, maybe, and just the matches that they had didn't quite. If anything with booking, it's like the way the matches went. Like Karrion never felt like I was never afraid of Karrion. I felt like Drew was the more intimidating guy in the feud than Karrion was, and I think that was a mistake. I feel like anytime you have a feud like that, you want the face to feel like an underdog in some way, and it never felt that way. It felt like
he wrecked Drew wrecked him in a car crash. Like, bro, I'm running
exactly. In the strap match, it felt like he was in control the whole time. They had the cage match and they're both trying to escape. It was just like, I don't know. It just felt off, their matches themselves and the way that they kind of, cut their promos and everything. The booking, putting them together and giving them the TV time, that was the right call. But it just didn't, the execution of the actual feud itself, I'm going to put that more so on just maybe Drew and Karrion's chemistry or lack thereof. I think that might have been more it.
You know what? So this is what Drew Yari said. One of his problems is that he works a methodical, slow pace when he's supposed to be a killer. He hasn't done anything that made him menacing. Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen anything menacing, but I don't think the slow pace kills.
I was gonna say, you really like that.
Yeah, because I really love the methodical, slow pace that you're telling a true story. Like I love it with the Tribal Chief, of course.
Yeah, that's the king of the slow pace right there. Down to his
favorite heel and AEW, who's ranked number 4 in my rankings.
Oh God.
He works a great pace. So maybe it just comes down to the character just not connecting. Because when you have a character and you have one that's connected with the crowd, heel or face, I think step one is having a catchphrase. LA Knight is the perfect example. You hear the crowd reacting to it. All right. And then what's carrying across catchphrase? The TikTok, but that shit ain't hitting. He's been using the TikTok and
but it did in NXT when people were really afraid of him. He had more fear. So when he said TikTok, it felt like, that was, but I don't even think it's that. I just think, to your point, I think it's the character, that his character doesn't feel scary. I think that just something with the way the character is being presented right now just isn't working. And it's not, so the catchphrase for this character, I feel like those two don't fit. I feel like the way that he's being presented right now, it almost like it's a different character. It's like he's cosplaying or he's like acting like that guy, but that's not him. Like it's weird. It's like somebody else trying to imitate what Karrion Kross was.
Parody of himself.
Right. He's a parody of himself. He's not that dude anymore. And so it's like, it almost like he needs to have some kind of reinvention, of character with the way that he is now, or just really find some way to bring out that killer, to that killer instinct that he used to have. I felt like maybe with a Rey Mysterio, there's something that
it's something there, but he's doing these side missions where he shouldn't be doing side missions, bro. Just stick to the main.
But maybe Ray's injured. I think, because Ray's
then you use that though. Use more behind the scenes. I don't need to see him wrestle. Yeah, I just need him to just tell a good story.
You just need sports entertainment.
Pro wrestling, same thing. But I see your point, sir.
Oh man, but hey, I'm just saying,
never debate.
You just need sports entertainment. Oh man, but yeah, I feel like we're on the same page when it comes to Karrion. I feel like he So you may not agree that he should win the Money in the Bank, but I think we both agree that his character needs some work, and I think that Money in the Bank could be a way to give him a story to help him develop better as a character overall. So
it could be a great launching point for him. I hear that. So if it doesn't, then this man got to pivot, bro.
Yeah.
Man got to pivot.
Yeah. So with that said, actually, no, let's go to the women's side. I want to talk about the women as well. Yeah. So as far as the women's side of the Money in the Bank, that's interesting. I feel like, just off the top of my head, it's tough because I want Rhea Ripley to go to Mania, but I feel like there's a chance that, they could end up going in a different direction. Although what Bianca was saying was she either wanted Charlotte or she wanted Rhea. In the post match interview that she did where someone asked her that question. And Charlotte, welcome back. Charlotte in a big way made her return, and now she's SmackDown Women's Champion. So I feel like maybe that's gone, and it's going to be Rhea who will be, that competitor for her, unless they're going to do something with Alexa Bliss right now, and Alexa and Bianca maybe have that thing at WrestleMania. Who knows? So it's tough. I feel like if Rhea is not facing Bianca at WrestleMania, then definitely it's Rhea Ripley. If she's not facing her, then this is interesting because I feel like there's some wild cards where I would love to see them get a singles push. Io Sky is one that I would be like, man, that would be wild if they gave her Money in the Bank and really let her be the Empress of the Sky, like she was the Empress, that she was in NXT. Yeah, just bring some more of that into it. So that's kind of a person that I feel like I'd be rooting for to get that opportunity.
But that means no more Damage Control, right? Because that would just the optics of that would just look weird. All right, you're in a faction, but
Becky's already started it.
It's clearly the leader. Well, you're right.
She's already started. She's already said, hey, like, I used to think they were your lackeys, but actually you're in their shadow. They're doing all the work, and it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I see results.
Somebody's turn on somebody.
I see results. Where your results at?
Right. So I think by that time it is possible. It's possible. What could happen is that could be what starts the dissension, right? If Io has success like that, and let's say Bayley's in the match too, and Io wins, it's like, well, damn, what just happened? You were supposed to do that for me, and she's like, hell no, I'm not doing that for you. I'm doing it for me. So, I could see somebody like that. I'm gonna go with Io Sky.
What about Scarlett? Shout out to
the
Juyari show. I'm like, I'm going to be bold.
How crazy Scarlett. Would that be though if Karrion Kross and Scarlett both won Money in the Bank? Like,
would that be a way to launch his? Or to get his...
They're not doing that. I can't even really. No. Raquel would be another one too.
Well, Raquel is a favorite. Yeah. I would say Raquel in that bag as well. But maybe they just stick with a heel though. I would be fine having two heels.
Yeah.
Well, not champions, but Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I feel like that works really well when you have a heel, especially with who the champions are right now. Like it does make on the women's side, especially both of them, Charlotte and Bianca. I mean, Charlotte is a tweener, but she really felt like a face on SmackDown. So we'll see where they go with that.
Yeah.
But but what's beautiful about Charlotte though is, she could be either one. She could be a great heel, right? So it'll be interesting to see what they do, but I think Io, would be like a sentimental favorite, but I think on paper Raquel makes a whole lot of sense given how they've been building her, and I think Rhea signs point to Rhea at Mania with Bianca anyway. So
I can't wait for that story. This story right now with Bianca and Alexa Bliss it's been very entertaining.
Yes,
them mimicking the whole Scream. What was that? The Scream? Is it Scream?
It's a scary movie.
Scary movie, not Scream, but scary movie.
Scary movie, yeah.
The whole, the whole parody of the ring
with the
fight.
Zombie girl with the ring,
yeah. Social media had a field day. They put in the whole comparison right there,
side by side.
Was pinpoint accurate, bro.
Man,
I was like, wow, yeah.
What was it? the Call Up podcast, I think they posted it up too on the IG page. So I think that's where I saw it.
Shout out to Kenny. Yep.
Yeah. That's where I saw it. So I saw it. I was like, damn, there's been a couple times too where, you know, he's shown like the comparisons between some of the choreography and the matches to like a movie, you know, and he's saying, hey, it's, you know, keep telling us that it's movies, WWE's movies, and
they are,
you know, right? That sports
is beautiful.
You know.
Christopher Nolan like almost.
Christopher Nolan. Like, whoa. I don't know about all that, man.
Hey,
they also did the Marine. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7.
Man.
What up, broadcast? Shout out to the broadcast down in Australia.
Oh man, but with that said, you know, we talked about some of the potential Money in the Bank contenders there. That also goes along with breakouts, you know, potential breakouts for WWE and in the wrestling world too. So let's go to that. Who do you think is in line to break out within wrestling in general? I see a lot of WWE faces, so I'm guessing you can go with WWE
because they actually make stars. You know, I would love to put somebody in the, you know, on the other side, but
damn,
apparently they don't make stars except for MJF, and that's really all his work and not, you know.
What about Ricky Starks?
We'll see. He's a star in the making, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I'm not even focusing on that right now. I'm gonna focus on this graphic. And right now, he's in the background.
Oh, I already know where you're going with this. I already know where you're going with this.
Man, it's a Dom.
Go ahead. Wow.
Eddie's son. He is going to be the breakout star. It's some lot of good choices. You got LA Knight, even on the women's side. I think Liv Morgan, even though she was champion, she still didn't break through as a star like that big, larger than life. But I believe she can be on that road to it. Obviously Raquel, and then Gunther. Come on, bro. And then Solo, dude. Solo was a monster. He is a goon. All right, I love his style, but I gotta go with Dom. This dude has been killing it. He's one of the most entertaining guys on the roster. He started off very shaky, but man, did he just progress every week, getting more comfortable. Now he's coming off just entertaining. Great chemistry between him and Rhea, even within the Judgment Day faction. He has a lot of clips that's just floating around him beating up his supposed dead on the holidays. So I don't know what's the next holiday. We got Valentine's Day. We're gonna see what's up.
Oh no.
We're gonna see what's up.
Oh boy. Him and Ray and his mom on a date, and he just interrupts.
He pop up with Rhea.
We're at the same restaurant. What are the odds? What are the odds?
I'm not at your house. I'm not at your not a family house. You can't kick me out.
Write it down.
Yeah,
Write it down.
Yeah, book it.
Oh man.
But yeah, it is Dom, man. He's just doing his thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got arrested, and then this dude with the hilarious, entertaining promo. He's coming off dead serious. This dude spent a night in jail in a holding cell. All right.
Yeah.
And this man said, like, prison changes a man. I did hard time. Matter of fact, man, where's my clip at? Where's my clip?
I was gonna say, I'm shocked you don't have a clip for this.
I don't have the clip. I don't have the clip. You know what? I'm gonna get this clip ready.
We know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the clip ready for Dom, because it's too entertaining not to show it. But you know, even I got this one though. I'll play this.
No, don't let them take me. Don't. Hey,
Do not start this car.
Hey, I won't make it in jail.
Yep.
Mom. Yeah, that's right. Call for your mama.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I stay ready with the clips.
Damn.
Ready.
So mine is Austin Theory. I think Austin Theory is getting ready to have a big year. You know, he says last year was the year of Austin Theory. This year is going to be the same. I feel like last year it was like people really getting to know a version of Austin Theory that they've since killed off. And now this new version of Austin Theory, more serious, you know, more just like, hey, don't call me a kid, you know, like you just having some balls, you know, like I feel like this version of him, I'm becoming more of a fan of, like seeing him like stand up for himself and say, nah, like don't call me a kid and all that. And the wrestling is on point. Like he's really, I feel like just gaining a lot of respect. And, you know, the next thing is to really just continue to build heat, you know, to continue to on the mic, get under people's skin with some of the things he's saying. I think right now the attitude is good. He's got a great presence. He's always had the look, but now it's like, okay, can you really get this crowd as a heel to really just hate you? You know, like how can you really piss them off? Beating Seth Rollins the way he did, that's one way, you know, to do that. So, you know, I feel like just more. He just needs to do more of that, you know, really like go at the fan favorites, have those big matches with those guys and take them down. So I think Austin Theory is one for me for sure. Another one for me, and this one actually is in New Japan, is this kid Shoto Omino. He had a match recently.
He was in
with New Japan,
right?
With New Japan. No, New Japan. Well, he was in AEW.
Yeah.
He had a match there.
That name
but
sounds familiar.
What was crazy is he was with Muda and Hiroshi Tanahashi in a match, and he got the pin in the 6-man at Wrestle Kingdom. And if there's ever a way to try to put somebody over as like gonna be that dude, it was the way they did it. And they were really trying to get the point across. Even commentary, you know, really trying to say, hey, this is past, present, future, you know, and showcasing him. And then, you know, you've got these two legends on the side, and here's, you know, Shota, who's just, he's getting the pin and he's getting the limelight, and, you know, he was trying to be humble. He was bowing to them and everything, but they let him have the moment in the ring, and they walked away. And I was like, damn, okay. Like New Japan has decided that this is the guy to take over. I'm watching this. I was like, yep, they have decided. They have decided. So,
what up, Dom? Shout out to our Shield brother, Dom.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh, it's coming. 23.3 needs a Shield of podcast reunion. It's gonna happen, bro.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yes. So yeah, I feel like that's a big. Those are a couple big ones for me. You know, I think there's a couple people in NXT.
That's a cool tidbit. The Shoto Amino, he was Moxley's young lion.
Yeah. There we go. So yeah, and just in AEW and New Japan, but I guess more in New Japan, you know, he's really, I think he's got a chance, you know. Yeah, man, like those are a couple of mine for sure. And yeah, like I said, on the women's side, actually on the NXT side, I feel like there's a couple of them. Braun Breaker, obviously, you know, I feel like if he gets the call up, if he's in the Rumble, then look out for Braun Breaker to do some big things. Cora Jade, I feel like she has an it factor right now that in NXT, I think it's time for her to maybe make that move, make that jump to the main roster and start to establish herself, you know, in either on Raw or SmackDown. So either one of those two. But I can definitely see her being a breakout star, you know, for the company, because she's got the look, you know, she's got this attitude now about her. She's figured it out, you know, as far as this new persona. She seems to like really grown up, you know, in NXT, but now it's time to make that move. So I feel like Cora Jade is another one too. So yeah, as far as breakout stars, that's what I got. Anybody else you want to add before we move on?
I'm gonna throw in Grayson Waller in there too, man.
That's a good one. Yeah,
that's another breakout. He already cracked the goddamn egg. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely he's breaking out 2023. All right, but he is entertaining. He has the moves. Great finisher. He definitely stood out in that whole 6. What was it? Not the 6, but the 5.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That long ass name for a match.
That
match.
Shawn Michaels creation.
Right. I don't remember the name. But it was a fire
Iron
match.
Something. It was
Iron 25 or 25 minute 5
Yeah, they got to work on that name.
Yeah. Just shorten that shit up.
Iron Survivor, I think is what it was.
Yeah, there we go. Iron Survivor match. Okay, there we go. We found the shortened name. Okay. I just forgot the name. Maybe a more catchy name. But yeah, man, he's definitely on his way. He has a great social media presence as well, because I see it, you know, when he's on the show doing promos, at the same time broadcasting on was it Instagram, and on Instagram from that perspective, sometimes it's just hilarious. So yeah, man. But anyways, Breakout definitely Grayson Waller.
Yeah, and that, so to Ivan's point there with Amino and having a feud with Naito, that it's just, that kid is going to be like, they want him to be the next Okada. Like, that's just what it's going to be. Like, he is that dude. I can see it just, again, watching Wrestle Kingdom, which was a great show, by the way. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed that. So, you know, shout out.
I seen the highlights.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I saw it all. It was something. But in a couple
6 hours,
there's a reason why there's a couple guys on our predictions list that are there because of what I saw. So we'll talk about it.
Of course.
But Amino definitely, you know, I've got some high hopes for him for sure. Which actually, now that we're talking about New Japan, speaking of, let's talk about a specific superstar that made her debut in New Japan. We're talking about Mercedes Moné, or Money. I think it's Moné. I'm pretty sure it's Moné, but then in the song it was Money. I think I was hearing Money.
Crisscross and make you jump. And that, come on, bro. I wish I had a clip, but I don't want to get copy strike. So, but somebody
you could beat match the two. You could mix it. The BPMs are there for sure for you to be able to say that I could make a pretty decent mix out of that. But yeah, I mean, so she made her debut, and I think there was for me, I was happy to see her make the debut. Finally, we can stop with the speculation. Now we know for sure that yes, Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, is back in wrestling, and it's not
Ivan. He need to correct you, sir. It's an incorrect Hafeez. Nope. Amino's not the next Okada. It's going to be Ren. Amino is your next Naito, which they have them feuding. Next,
I mean, I feel like Naito just has a different feel to him. You know, like Naito's like a. How do I say it? It's like he's like an anime villain, man. Like that dude is just wild, you know. And Amino doesn't have that type of character. You know, I feel like Amino just feels like a good guy. You know, Okada to me is the John Cena of New Japan. Like he's just a good dude.
Yes,
I feel like how clean cut this kid Amino looks. Like maybe he develops an edge to him, because even Shinsuke back in his early days in New Japan, he, you know, when he was a young boy, like he had this like look, like innocence and whatever, and then he became a killer. Yeah. So yeah, I can see Amino maybe developing that, but right now I just feel like he just seems very like, you know, clean cut young kid, just
respectable,
honorable. Bowing to these other guys, you know, like he's not gonna have smoke with you if you don't have smoke with him. It's fine, but he can wrestle. He can go. He has the skills. So yeah, no, Naito is he's a different personality. Okada, I say it because again, that he also too, to me, has that like, you know, he's just a good guy. He's just a good, honorable guy. So that's it. But Okada is Okada. You know, he's all respect to Okada.
Amino is more like Moxley. Which is why he's
y'all making him this badass, and I'm like,
we got to debate.
I don't see it. I don't see the badass side of him. He could develop that, but
I don't see no badass.
In the few times I've seen him, I feel like he still feels like, okay, he's a kid. Maybe to your guys' point, maybe that's what it seems like they're trying to develop him as because of the feuds he's having. They want to give him that edge, so they're trying to put him with Moxley. They're trying to put him with Naito to give him more of an edge. I can see where maybe you guys also want him to go that direction. I just feel like he's not there yet. I can't put him there yet. It's like before Dom got with Judgment Day, we would have all said, man, clean cut, you know, like this guy is just very bland or whatever, you know, and then he gets with Judgment Day, he gets with Mommy, and now
you actually said that when I said I want him to go heel like 2 years ago.
I didn't see it.
And
exactly.
Said,
it's the same thing. For me,
yeah.
Right. It's Umino, I don't see it as far as right now he's that dude. I'm not saying he can't develop into that, and that may very well be the plan. So to your guys' point, and you guys are following that product way more detailed than I am.
They got a
I'm on the
show
outside
for it.
looking at it moment to moment to moment, right? Like I'm seeing clips, I'm seeing Wrestle Kingdom. So, I hear you guys. And it's just, I guess from a person who just got to see that and got a glimpse of him, in that moment, I saw a guy that they're trying to push to the moon as like the face of the company. And I didn't see like, oh, this badass with this edge. I didn't feel Moxley when I saw him. I felt like, okay, this is a guy who they want to be like that top dude, like kissing babies and shaking hands kind of guy, So, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the evolution could be coming, to your guys' point. But this ain't about him. This is about Mercedes Moné. So predictions for Mercedes. What do we think is going to happen? Because all the rumors are going to start. All the rumors are going to start with, is she going to AEW? Like, and on my side, I feel like, well, WWE has had some relationships with New Japan as recently, with this dude was just there at Wrestle Kingdom 2. Man, why am I? Carl Anderson just defended his Never Openweight championship at the pay-per-view. So with that, it's like, well, I can't completely rule out the fact that maybe she makes an appearance, so I don't know, because for me, AEW feels like a lost cause for a person like Mercedes to go to and try to save the women's division. AEW is not, they are who they are as far as the women's division. They are, they're going to have that one match. There's not going to be a focal point.
I'm going to be your anger translator. They suck. They garbage, trash ass, second rate wrestling promotion.
Damn.
They had a lot of potential when they first came out. All right. I didn't trash them in the first year. I was very hopeful at times. I said, hey, this is way better than Monday Night Raw. Man, they could learn a thing or two from AEW, but man, shit is trash. Garbage.
I don't think the company is garbage or trash, but I think that the women's division is not. I'm done trying to hope for something different. The definition of insanity is, expect like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I just keep coming on here and I'm saying, oh, they need to have 2 matches. They have more than one match, and they're not doing the difference. So you know what? Hey, this is who they are. If it quacks like a duck, it walks like a duck. It's not a damn mongoose. All right. We know who they are, unless they decide to truly change. I just feel like I have to accept that this is what they are. And if I want to see women's wrestling, if I want to see great women's wrestling, I'm not tuning into AEW for that. I'm going to tune into WWE. I'm going to tune into Impact, and now it seems like New Japan as well, not just Stardom, but within New Japan, there might be more of this happening because now they've crowned a New Japan Women's Champion. Now you got Mercedes going against Kairi, in a month or so. So even maybe New Japan will be a place where maybe there's hope there. But yeah.
Tell Hafeez what I debated with De Niro yesterday.
Niro.
Got you on that.
So yeah, overall. So anyway, when it comes to AEW, that's why I guess for a prediction, I would say Sasha does not show, or Mercedes does not show up in AEW, because it just feels like I made the joke a while ago with, we know what's going to happen. Sasha's going to show up, or Mercedes is going to show up, and she's going to end up wrestling on Dark, which is a travesty to even be thinking that's possible, but we know it's possible because we see
not instantly. She's going to get a huge pop.
Oh, yeah.
Couple of weeks of great booking. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
she'll be taking up the time of that one women's match.
Mhm.
All right. So all dedicated to her. Rightfully so, because she is a star.
Right.
But they are who they are.
Yeah, exactly. And until they show me different, they are who they are, and that's it. So
to
I
me,
think
who
the
they are,
prediction-
they're a company that don't care about women's wrestling.
yeah, and that is what they're showing us. They can say whatever they want to say, but when you have one women's match, because don't get me wrong, there are a ton of women, talented women in the company. And that's why we're saying
That's
what
why
we're saying
doing
about
so
it,
hard,
where we're
holding them accountable for this.
Exactly. That's it. It's just
They
accountability.
have the talent.
It's not a description of, or we're not saying that the women's division sucks as far as like the talent that's there. The talent is great and they deserve more time. It's just, it sucks how they only get the one match. So yeah. So as a prediction, I think honestly, we'll see Mercedes wrestling for New Japan and maybe, going to some of the like lucha, companies as well,
Like
doing stuff
AAA?
maybe with AAA. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see her doing more so that kind of stuff. Maybe she makes an appearance because even New Japan, they had the whole Forbidden Door thing. So maybe for something like that, if they're doing a New Japan AEW crossover in 2023, I could see her showing up for that specifically. But I don't see her, and I don't want to see her sign with AEW. That is a disaster. No.
So
Keep your
I got
options
some
open.
questions. Because Sasha's one of your favorite female wrestlers.
She's my favorite, period.
Or period.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Period.
Yeah.
Favorite, period. So
Yeah.
do you think there's a chance that strong possibility that she'd be the surprise teammate for Saraya? Even though Saraya,
it's Tony Storm.
Yeah, but the way I see it, because did you see that like whole promotion and the way she just kind of just disrespected Sheeta?
She shitted on Sheeta, yeah. Yep.
Saraya's like, man, one of like the best women's wrestler ever, and she was like, how about it, Tony?
So that whole segment was weird, for one, like, so is Saraya a heel now? Like, why would she be so disrespectful to Sheeta? So that's one weird thing. And then to your point about, could she be the partner, speaking of Mercedes? So the only thing that makes me think there's still a chance for that is something that Britt Baker said earlier. Britt Baker, during their interview with Jamie Hayter and her, said she's the boss.
Yeah.
She runs the division, or they run the division, and she's the boss. And I said, that's a very interesting choice of words for you to say boss. And I feel like she kind of looked at the camera too when she said that. So that could mean one of two things. One is she was supposed to be there and that deal fell through. Or two, it's still coming, that she's trying to entice Sasha or entice Mercedes to show up. But like I said, I think
it's like a one-off appearance, though. That's all it is.
That's what I would hope for, that there's no contract, like long-term 5-year deal coming there. No,
it's all elite.
Right. No, she could make an appearance, but I see it being more of she's in New Japan now, and she'll jump around from place to place like a lot of the talent do from New Japan.
Yeah, I hopefully, I hope Mercedes stays far away from AEW. Do not touch that shit with your pinky toe. All right, don't even step one pinky toe in that. All right, it is not for you. You are a way bigger star. You don't need them. They need you, and they're second-rate trash ass. The CFL football wrestling promotion.
Jesus, so disrespectful.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Damn, yeah. Oh man. All right, let's keep going with this. So keeping it with New Japan. Did you see Wrestle Kingdom? You said you saw highlights, right?
Saw highlights. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these two right here had a heck of a Wrestle Kingdom. So both of them went into championship matches, had great matches. I mean, the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match was my favorite of the night for sure. Jay White and Okada was awesome, especially just storytelling wise, and just their history. It just was a great next chapter. I don't know if it's final chapter because that leads into the prediction for 2023. I feel like with the way this went, Jay White feels like he might be moving on and doing something different. Ivan, just disrespect.
That's true. That
Will Ospreay, I think, sticks around a little bit more in New Japan. And he and Kenny, I think, maybe have some matches over around the world, and to continue their feud. But I definitely see big things for both of them happening. Now, my hope is that Jay White, if it's possible for him to, if he's a free agent or whatever, because there's something about this that maybe feels like it's time for him to take that next step in his career. Jay White to WWE makes a whole lot of sense.
Yes.
Just him as a character, he has his character, he has the mic skills, He has the charisma. He has the pacing that fits a WWE style, methodical pace, takes his time, but he can go fast if need be. So if he's in there with a guy like, say, a Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes, Austin Theory even, like they would just, the chemistry would be there almost instantly. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa when he comes back. Like guys like that, Jay White, it's tailor-made for a guy like Jay White to come in, be a massive heel, and get heat quickly with the fans. So Jay White in WWE, that's money. Will Ospreay, I feel like he just feels like New Japan right now. Like it still feels like he is their guy and he's the lifeblood. He's the soul of that company right now.
Yeah.
Just as far as being able to appeal to both Japanese speaking fans and English speaking fans. Like I think he's that crossover talent that they still need to be like the face of their company. And I think that this feud with Kenny Omega can help propel him to that next level within New Japan. I think his move is coming, but I feel like, the big things that's happening for him in 2023 is going to be just having just banger matches all over the world.
Yeah. Why are you so combative, Ivan? He's
protective of New Japan, man. He's so protective. Let Jay White go. Let the man go.
You shouldn't show me your hand like that, Ivan, because I'll play with that shit. I'm a dangerous man. Don't show me your weakness. I smell blood, man.
Oh, man.
You get triggered easily.
I mean, look. And just speaking of trigger, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. One thing that I've been thinking about with Jay White is the man has a little bit more sports entertainer in him, so the WWE side makes sense, The New Japan Pro Wrestling, like that's cool, but you see like how he was shitting on those fans for staying quiet, all that time, and then now they finally made some noise, but it's just like these dudes like this week, like
he lost in the G1 tournament, and he was like, fuck! Fuck!
Right.
Fuck! No, he had a meltdown, and he was like, all right, I'm cool now, let's go.
Right. He's just such a character. Like his whole thing is very like, the monologues that he has, even during a match, just constantly talking to his opponent, shit talking.
I'll debate that with you, Ivan. He doesn't fit in WWE. I'll debate that.
Oh no, he totally fits.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's a 2v1 situation now, Ivan. I'll jump in.
Jay White fits. Jay White fits. Man, look, I know, again, trying to be protective. I know you don't want to see it happen.
Let it go.
This dude is built differently.
He played a clip. Matter of fact, man. Look at that.
I'm built differently.
Oh man, could you imagine Jay White versus Dom? Ivan is probably like, no. Yeah, he's like, no. Oh man, but Finn Balor, who's also there, Finn Balor and you can't tell me you wouldn't want to see Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Jay White. Come on.
Fuck no.
That's Ivan right there.
No. You don't want that.
No. He's like, please no. God, no. But he fits.
Jay White coming through the door.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Yes.
Come on, Papa H. I know you watching. I know you saw Wrestle Kingdom. Let's go.
Yeah, I said it. It is decided. That gonna sting. It is decided.
Oh man. But real quick, before we move on from this, what'd you think of the Will Ospreay Kenny Omega match?
Well,
just the highlights.
I saw the promo. Promo got me very intrigued. I was like, the fuck?
He was mad.
Where did this come from?
He was mad.
I'm like, where was this in AEW when you had a chance to get me to buy in? You know what I'm saying? I think that was a missed opportunity. He was a phenomenal wrestler, but just the character-wise, I just wasn't connecting with him. Like, I don't give a damn because, like I said, to me, anybody can wrestle. But what can you do beyond that? And what I saw with that promo against Kenny, he showed me some emotion. He showed me a potential star. You know what I'm saying? A potential star that possibly could break out.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
The
Like
words
that
he
man,
was using, how passionate he was,
man
everything he
was
went through the pandemic. He was in his feelings. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I appreciated that. I watched the whole thing. Kenny Omega was such a dick. This man knows, okay, so he speaks fluent Japanese.
Oh, yes, he does.
But clearly he speaks English too. And he was not looking at Will Ospreay at all at this press conference. He's speaking in Japanese, and then he asks one of the, the interpreters to interpret what he said in English. Like what? Like really? Someone in the comments on the commentary for the conference said that's like heel 1000 type energy to be sitting there as a person who speaks English to then speak in fluent Japanese, but then tell the interpreter to interpret that shit for him. I was like, yeah, that is something. And then having Don Callis say all this shit to Will Ospreay afterwards, and you could tell Will Ospreay was fuming. He's like, these motherfuckers gonna try to treat me like this. He's like, is it my turn to talk? Is it my turn to talk? The microphone wasn't working, and he was pissed. He's like what? This ain't even working now.
He's like, disrespect. Hey man, Kenny, I'm like, bro, how come you in your bag at New Japan, but you on some goofy shit? He dubbed, man.
That I remember seeing, that I was excited about when they talked about AEW. I was like, this Kenny Omega is that dude. Like, he's a heel. Even during the match, the shit that he was doing to Will Ospreay, smashing his head into that table, and then the hole in the table is there, and he picks the table up. He's like, here's Kenny. I'm like, where is that? Where is that? Dude, it was amazing. It was amazing. And just the way they beat the hell out of each other, it was emotional. And seeing, and I mean, Ospreay, I guess you could say, he's a heel too, technically, but in this story, it's like he's a tweener or a face. Like I was more siding with Will Ospreay.
Kenny Omega was like, fuck that guy.
If you could take
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
Yep. Japanese. Like, say, hey, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna prove to them that you're not ready for this. You know, like all this, like, I mean, bring the best you got, but you're not ready for this, and I'm gonna show you. You know, so I don't know. That match was amazing. It was match of the night for me, early match of the year candidate. And for Will Ospreay, I am excited. Like, that made me want to see more, and it did its job. Like a show like this, like a Wrestle Kingdom, one of the jobs, just like a WrestleMania, would be to bring in new fans and to have people say, hey, I want to see more of that. And I think Wrestle Kingdom overall did a good job of it, but I think this match right here and Mercedes showing up as well, did a great job of trying to get someone like me to say, oh, okay, now let me try to figure this out and try to, get, more of this, because I'll go on YouTube and I'll look up clips, I'll see things on social media, but this show, and especially that match, made me say, damn, this is what I've been missing. Like, fuck, like I need to go back and see more. United Empire is killing it, man. TJP is in United Empire and he's a tag team champion. I'm like, what is happening? What am I missing? Come on, man. Like, there's some good shit going on over there. So it's different. It's definitely not for everybody. Like, there's some people that, if you're more on the sports entertainment side, you may not want to see as much of New Japan. But, the way that, if you do enjoy, because I would say for you, Devin, that story-wise, the story happens more, so the storytelling is more in ring. It's very like, it's all about the wrestling. Yeah. And
from what I've seen from Wrestle Kingdom, the past Wrestle Kingdoms, I can tell easily that's their WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Tokyo Dome, the stage, the entrances, the production is tight.
The production is there. Definitely.
Production is tight. All right. Yeah. That's why I can appreciate New Japan. All right. They're different. That's their own little thing.
They got their thing,
Because you got A-Dub who said we're gonna be different, but no, you're just a weak version.
No, that's true.
They're a version of WWE.
Yeah, they're not New Japan at all.
No.
Yeah, New Japan and AEW completely different. They have the thing where they talk about, hey, wins and losses matter. New Japan does that too, and like, we have longer matches. Sure, I mean, but WWE has longer matches too. They have Iron Man matches as well, so it's not a thing. But Just New Japan, they have a unique thing. Like one of their opening matches in their pre-show, it was like a 3-minute exhibition. It was almost like an amateur wrestling match. They had this dude who had a singlet, and they're going out there and they're just
they were shooting
freestyle wrestling. I was like, what? Now I think it was a work, but it looked like a shoot. Like if you watch it, you be like, what is going on? Are these two just going at it? Hey, they had me. They had me convinced. There was one time they had a body slam towards the end, and it was a near fall. And so I'm like, okay, it's a work. But for a solid 2 minutes and 45 seconds, I was like, these dudes are really wrestling. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So New Japan, they have that going on. They have, they went match to match to match. There wasn't really like, oh, let's cut to backstage and do this interview real quick before this guy goes out to the ring. No. It was like, hey, the match is over. Wide shot of the crowd. Cue up the next entrance. Go to the next match. Done. Like there wasn't much as far as like building up until they got to the end. Then there was a little bit for like Ospreay and Kenny, for Okada and Switchblade. There was a little bit there, but it's definitely a way different
WWE.
What's that?
WWE coming soon to WWE. I'm just adding that.
Switchblade.
Switchblade. Just coming soon. Just letting you know.
In WWE, dude, Finn Balor versus Jay White, Prince Devitt versus the Switchblade. Make it happen.
Give me that. Give me that. I want that.
It is decided. It is decided.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Christopher. What up, man? Clark Street, admin of the building of the Facebook group, holding it down. What up, man? We see you, bro.
Oh, man. So let's keep it rolling here. The New Japan segment is on pause. We're going to go back to WWE and talk about Cody Rhodes. All right. So Cody Rhodes in 2023. This I have mixed feelings about because I feel like I should be more excited about this than I am. And I think WWE is actually in a small way fucking this up a little bit. I'm going to be real. All right. Okay. I gotta be real about this.
Be real, son.
Real,
son.
Why are we talking so much about Cody Rhodes before Royal Rumble? Why are there vignettes and all this? And he's on the poster. What are we doing?
The fuck he's showing up on SmackDown on my Tribal Chief show?
What? Oh, see, even that I didn't even know. I don't mind the spoiler, but he showed up.
Well, not showed up, but a commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, even that, like, they should say nothing about him. Act like we don't even know he's coming back, and then he just shows up. That's all we needed. But to talk about him this much, now, I hope this doesn't happen to him, but it feels like there's not a strong chance. There's a chance that people may get sick of him because it's almost like we see what's happening. If he's coming back and they're trying to hype him up, he's going to win the Rumble. He's the dude they're handpicking. He's going to become Batista. When Batista came back and everyone was like, oh, Batista's going to win. No, we don't want this. That is what the danger could be for Cody, the way that they're doing his return, like being so vocal about it and so obvious. Like too much.
Oversell. This motherfucker just talk you out of a sale. Like, I got you. You got my money. And then you say some stupid shit. You just over talk. Like, man, you know what, bro? I'm good.
I'm not even into this anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the street, bro. I'm
right. Like, I'm already like, man, this doesn't even feel good anymore. Like, to the point where, if he wins the Rumble, I'm just like, okay, part of me wants to root for him to get it because of the story with his family, and everything. Like, his dad, it's cool, but part of me feels like he shouldn't win anymore. Like,
not show up even number 30,
right?
Even show up number 30.
No, see,
that's just way too obvious. You see everybody coming out last one. Everybody know y'all been promoting on a weekly basis, 2 times a week now, including SmackDown. That get ready for Cody.
Here's another scenario. Let's say it's him and Sammy at the end. What do you think is gonna happen? He's getting booed. Everybody's rooting for Sammy in that situation. That crowd, it's gonna be a Daniel Bryan type situation where everybody's going to want Sammy to win that. And Cody is going to become the heel in that moment, which is not what you want if it's supposed to be Cody and the Tribal Chief.
And Rey Mysterio situation for the Royal, what year was that Royal Rumble when Rey Mysterio was getting booed?
Yeah, well, anybody that wasn't Daniel Bryan was getting booed, basically. Because I think there was a Rumble where Daniel Bryan wasn't even in it, and CM Punk got tossed too in that Rumble. So not only did he get tossed, Bryan wasn't in it. And I think, is that the one that Batista won?
Yeah.
You know,
that was Philly, right?
I think so. Hey,
Philly.
Dom, you're here, man. Help us out. I know you know this.
Yeah, let us know. Or chat community, y'all know. Let us know.
But yeah, I feel like they need to stop all of these promos for Cody. Let's just pause. Let it be a surprise. Treat it like John Cena when he came back from that injury. Like you didn't say nothing, and then all of a sudden 2014, Bryan opened the show against Bray. Yeah, so and he wasn't in the Rumble. Yeah, like I feel like we're setting up a situation where Cody is gonna end up being the heel in this, and they're not gonna want that. They're trying to push him as a face.
They need to slow down on the promotion, because now you're overdoing it. Come on, we don't need 2016, 2017 Roman Reigns, the big dog. Come on, man. You just shoving this dude down our throat. Here's some more. Here's some more.
Here's some more, guys. Like,
how about some more sloppy Joe? I made it extra sloppy.
We're like, we don't want it.
We don't want it, man.
We don't want it. Oh man, yeah, dude. And I feel bad because I want Cody to have this moment when he came back and he was talking about his dad and his dad never getting the championship and him wanting to do that for him. I'm like, and do it for himself. I'm like, that's cool. That's a great story, and I'm rooting for him. And then he had the match with Seth and the Hell in a Cell, with the torn pec, and it's just like, damn, you want to root for this guy. So they did the work already. They don't have to force feed us Cody, but now they're force feeding us Cody, and I'm like, oh no, I can already see it. I can see like him now being in a situation where people are just going to turn on him because it's just too much.
Right. He already did the work. He, like you said, with a ruptured pectoral muscle.
Yeah.
All right. He's a made guy. You're done.
Right.
All right. You completed the assignment early, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need extra credit. I want to accept it, sir.
Right.
And then, come on, man. Every week I'm seeing Cody
too much.
Getting ready.
Too much.
Now he's on the Royal Rumble poster.
Right.
Fire Royal poster, too. Very electrifying. Lightning powers.
Oh, man. Well, if The Rock shows up as number 30 and tosses Cody, that'll be probably the most thing that happens, Like,
that.
Seriously, because they're not talking about The Rock. So that'll be a true surprise, and everybody will go nuts.
Yeah. It's would that hurt Cody?
Yeah. Yeah, it would. I think it would.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real about it. I think it would. Yeah,
like at this point,
he's an afterthought. Then
Rock
shows up. He's an afterthought, bro. The biggest celeb in history right now.
If you're doing that, man, you got to turn him heel. You got to turn Cody heel. Truly make him the American Nightmare and turn him heel. If he becomes an afterthought after all this buildup, after everything he went through. The stories he's telling, and all of a sudden The Rock tosses him out and like he's forgotten about. Nah. Like in Cody's character, I feel like he may try to hold it together and try to be the big man.
Turn heel.
Right. Exactly. But in WWE, especially under Papa H, no. You're turning heel, damn it. You're turning heel.
Smash my throne. You gonna tell me you ain't turning heel? Shit.
You're turning heel.
Who you are? Who you stand with? No.
Right. Exactly. Oh man. So yeah, I don't know, man. For Cody in 2023, I don't see it getting off to a great start. I feel like they fumbled it a little bit with this. I feel like, he's going to have some banger matches for sure.
Well, yeah.
I don't see him being Universal Champion. I don't see him winning the title. I see him.
He would not be Universal Champion.
They're telegraphing this too much to where I'm just rejecting it now. I feel like I would have maybe been more on board with it had they not done what they're doing as far as trying to force feed it. But now I'm like, I kind of don't want it to happen. That might be the plan for them to have him in the main event. And maybe as we get closer to it, I'll feel differently about it with the Cody promo or two. Maybe he'll get me. Yeah. But right now, as I sit here today talking to you about this, I'm just saying, no, I don't see him doing it. I don't
like he out right now.
I'm out. I don't want him to win the Rumble. I don't want him to go against Roman at Mania. Like, not the way that they're building him up now, because it's just too telegraphed. It's just too much. Like, find somebody different. Give me Sammy. Give me Sammy at this point.
Man, that dude is, he's in the hot seat right now.
Right. He is in the hot seat. But it's a much better story for me. It's a much more organic story than this one, and just shoehorning Cody into this. Like, no, organically, Sammy's the guy. Right. It just makes sense that Sammy would be the guy to go against Roman now. And KO is going against him at Rumble, and have Sammy go against him at Mania. Like, that'd be great.
But if he does fumble, I think he can recover, because he has an easy way to pivot to be a heel. He already wears the suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cody.
He got the suit. He can still stay the mission of
gear, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
he's tailor made to be a heel.
Yeah, just accept it, sir.
That's another dude in New Japan when he was with the Bullet, or the Elite / the Bullet Club. Yeah. You saw it there too. Him and Kenny feuding over, like, basically Kenny not being a great leader and all that. Like, there's a heel even in WWE. Not Stardust, but you see the range of Cody within. I gotta do it this time. Dude, if he ever does that again, I'll be like, "Yep,
Well, Vince is back. We'll see.
Vince is back."
TikTok.
He's back. All right. We got Stardust, y'all.
What's that? Triple H can't get you over right now.
Okay. Holy shit! All right, man. Let's keep it going with these predictions. Move on to Cody's best friend, MJF, and the big question for him:
favorite heel in AEW.
Big question: will MJF hold the gold for all of 2023? Okay.
Yes.
So MJF would have you believe that.
Yes.
But do we believe that? I'm gonna let you go with this one first, man. What you think?
I think he needs to. He talks a big game, but you got to back it up. You better hold that for a year. You better hold that for a year, sir. Even though you acknowledge your tribal chief, you better hold it for a year. Yeah. But he is. So here's my problem too. The reason why I should have clarified the reason why I had him ranked 4, in our overall top 10. So check out the episode if you haven't. But I said it. I got him ranked 4th.
Behind Sami Zayn, right?
Behind Sami Zayn. All right. Sami Zayn has shown
Sami's great. I love Sami.
But Sami has shown me range of storytelling. I'm getting a one note with MJF. Yes, I get it. You're the final boss, and he got to throw his minions out or his stipulations. The what was the belt slash, the whip slash,
Jericho,
the whip
Cody
slash
with
Cody.
The belt, Wardlow. Yeah. Now it looks like they're doing it again with Bryan Danielson. When I heard about that, I was like, "Oh shit, Devin's not going to be quiet about this." Like, he's totally going to bring this up. I said, "Damn."
Rightfully so. Number 4, sir, with this one note, exceptional fast food. I'll say that.
Exceptional fast food. I mean, that such a thing does exist.
Go to fast food. Man, it was exceptional fast food.
Sometimes, yeah.
It was hidden.
Oh man.
But that's what MJF does, man. So that's why I was like, hey, come to WWE. Let me see what you got. Show me that range, man. You can have a wide range of storytelling. It's not like you have to every time, the trials of MJF, basically. That's his story. That is his fucking story.
When it came up, I cringed, man. I was like, wow, we're not doing this again. We're not. There's got to be some other way to tell this story. You got to make this dude go through hoops to try. And he even said it. He's like, I'm kind of known for making people go through hoops, but I'm going to be nice to you. But then he still's making them go through hoops. And I was like, no, somebody needs to, that's where it's bad to have sometimes free reign completely because it feels like, and we've said it before on the show, that it's not Tony Khan calling those shots as far as the stories. Like, it's the wrestlers deciding, like, hey, this is what I want to do, and bringing those ideas. Especially when you got a guy like Bryan Danielson and MJF, I would fully imagine that they have come together and said, this is what we're going to do. And maybe they think, hey, that's MJF's thing, that he's the guy that he doesn't want to put that extra strain on his body. So he's going to, try to take as much time off as possible, put his opponent through hell, to get up to the mountaintop, which is him, yada, yada, yada. But from a viewing standpoint, if you've seen it once, twice, 3 times, now 4 times the exact same story.
Twice. 3 times. Dude.
Yeah. It just gets
another recipe,
stale.
Sir.
It just gets stale. So and for me, I still enjoy MJF, and I still think that he's one of the best in the world, period, as far as the promo skills, as far as the overall presentation as a heel, the dedication to his craft. I think he has it all. And I just feel like he needs better dance partners behind the scenes to help rein him in and make him better. Like Paul Heyman in one of his documentaries said, no offense to ECW, but when he was the head writer on SmackDown, that was probably the best piece of writing work he's ever done, because he had someone to report to, because he had some people holding him accountable for what he was doing, and I think that's true, because in ECW, I mean, he could do whatever he wanted, and it's just like, oh, okay. But in WWE, that structure is like, no. He's got things to think about. Sponsors, Vince, Stephanie, who was his direct boss in SmackDown. Like, there's so much. So with MJF, I feel like this is where I feel like I'm not worried about him, because I see the raw talent. I think WWE gives him a structure that will be able to say, don't do that. Let's do this. Let's try to use your strengths and add what we do to help make more creative storylines and something that's more long lasting. So I feel like he's tailor made, because some of the things that they try to work on with people, like for instance, Cesaro, they couldn't get him as far as like the promo skills to be on that level. But with Max, it's like he can tell a story. Like Max knows how to do that. It's just, how do we rein him in, and how do we make it something fresh week in, week out, when we're trying to tell a long-term story. So that's where I feel like I am excited for him to potentially, I mean, this is about 2023, but 2024, I'm excited for him to potentially jump ship.
Yes, he needs to jump ship, because AEW does not challenge him to be better. What up, Kofi? Yeah, we live, baby. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. We live. Shout out to the Dirty Hills podcast.
Yes, sir.
But he needs to be challenged. I think Papa H is the right teacher, the right professor to get that out of him. Like he'll say, like, here's the thing. What you're doing is great, but how do you evolve from that? And he would probably literally question that. How can you evolve your character? You know what I'm saying? Look at Chris Jericho. How many times have you evolved? Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
How many times this dude evolved?
My
tribal chief. He finally the head of the table. What he had to do to evolve?
Yep.
What are you? Even hey, Baron Corbin, he evolved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta evolve your character, bro.
You have to. Yeah. You have to. You have to.
Or the shit would just go get stale.
Yep. Yeah. He has the tools to do it. I think it's just he needs that structure. He needs the right structure. He needs someone like a Papa H, like a William Regal, that to be able to say, hey, like let's rein it in. Let me sculpt this storyline into something beautiful. We'll partner up, work together, versus it just being like rinse and repeat, same shit over and over again. And Tony's sitting there like, hey, yeah. Like, no, you don't need a yes man when it comes to that. You need somebody who's going to challenge you, like you said. So yeah. So for 2023, for me, is he going to hold the gold the whole year? For some reason, I don't see it. I feel like I feel like I could see like them revisiting the match with Ricky Starks at Winter's Coming 2023 at the end of the year and him losing it right then and there.
Okay.
So maybe the majority of the year,
months.
But like right there, technically, I think
I hear you.
he'll lose it by the end. So if we just take that technicality out and say for most of the year, yes, I do think that. But the way that Ricky Starks match ended and the way they're going to put Ricky Starks through it, he has to go from the bottom and work his way up. I could see them. I think they really are trying to build Ricky into a star for AEW. So
yeah, because he's not flying around. His next feud was right away with Chris Jericho the following week after MJF. I was like, cool.
That's awesome.
Now that's how you keep the momentum.
That's the way to do it. Exactly. So I would say most of the year, yes, but I think Ricky is going to get the championship by Winter's Coming. That's what I think. So
MJF is made for WWE. He'll become Triple H 3.5.
Hey, let's go, man. Triple H is one of my favorite wrestlers. So you speaking my language right there.
Bad motherfucker though, man. Triple H, I did not like him. He
did his job.
No loyalty, man. Just nothing, bro. For your homeboy, turn on your homeboy.
Step on whoever you have to.
Yeah. Goddamn right, it was me.
Damn right, it was me, Sean. HBK is dead. Oh man, that's one of my favorite.
Man. He was acting like he was just as bad as Sean trying to somebody run over his best friend. I'm gonna find him, Sean.
The worst. You think I did this? Fuck you. Like telling people in the back, like he was pissed. He made you believe he was mad as hell. Dude, Sean, come on, I got the footage, man. I cleaned it up. It was you. He's like, you're goddamn right, it was me.
Yeah, he was like, man, goddamn right.
Right.
He didn't even deny it this time. He was just, you caught me.
Perfect.
Yeah, you got me. Because you caught him on tape, you know, so it was all scrambled. And he was like, hey,
clean it up.
Sean was like, hey, we actually clean that up. And he's like, dude,
blow it up.
Big old shit.
No arguments. Right. He got a Triple H t-shirt on. He got the ponytail, got the beard, everything. It's basically him. All he wasn't doing was suck it. Oh man. It was wild. It was wild. Yeah, Triple H was that dude, man. He was that dude as a heel for sure. All right, man. Well, let's move on to our next prediction. This one here. This will be interesting. This is about the Chicago Made, CM Punk. Will he return to wrestling and where? So, yeah, I mean, look, I was thinking about like, what are some things that people are thinking about for 2023? And this one just, I couldn't escape it. I almost didn't put this on there, but I'm like, let's
honestly, I wouldn't have mind either.
Right. But it's on people's minds. And I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say, I hope it's AEW because I feel like there is money to be made. My prediction is that this 6-man tag championship final, what should happen in a perfect world is that CM Punk and FTR, or maybe it's just CM Punk, but CM Punk and FTR have a kinship. Yeah. FTR has been kind of, they have their podcast. There's been some things said there. So, and they've lost everything. They've lost all the gold now. Everything they had, they've lost everything. CM Punk has lost everything.
And their contract is getting ready to end.
That what?
Just to let you know, FTR contract is getting ready to end.
Well,
like within
the Guns said, yeah, they're not coming back. Don't matter what promotion they go to, they will never set foot in AEW again. That's what they said on the last Dynamite. So maybe there is something to that, but I think that's a swerve. Yeah. What I'm hoping is that CM Punk, in some way, form, or fashion, whether he cost the Elite those Trios championships or he comes in after the Trios championship matchup and has a face-off with those guys, and then he needs 2 other guys, FTR would make a lot of sense, that we see some kind of Trios feud between CM Punk and FTR against the Elite. The money they would be printing money because people would want to see it. Let me ask you this. If that happened, not because you're a fan of AEW, not because you're a fan of CM Punk, not because you're a fan of the Elite, but just the curiosity of how are they going to try to execute this? How are they going to go about this? Would you want to tune in? Would that make you say, It came back. I gotta at least see it. I gotta at least see what happened.
Does it pique my interest? Does it cause me to get, I'm curious about it? No, I'm not. I said this before. I'm sticking to the same story. He left a very bad taste in my mouth. Just showing just the disrespect, man. I just didn't like it. I didn't care about the backstage, antics that happened back there, because that was all still a rumor mill. We don't know exactly what happened, but I do know what happened at that press conference, because I was seeing what he was saying, bringing up Colt Cabana's mom when he didn't have to.
Yeah.
So it just didn't sit right with me. I'm like, bro, he is literally sucking the fun out of wrestling. And I love to have fun with wrestling, man. All right. And he's not needed. His body's wearing, he breaks down every couple of weeks. Toe here, ankle there, elbow, shoulder. Dude, your time has passed now. You tried it and you failed. All right. Plain and simple. I don't need it. So that's how I feel.
I feel like, and I respect it. I feel like there will be a segment of fans that feel the way that you feel about it. Yeah. I do feel like, though, that if his music plays in that building, it's going to go nuts. That building will have a reaction. And I think he will make people want to tune in to see what's going to go happen, because, controversy creates cash, man. Like, people are going to want to see the chaos and see,
he's a draw. I've seen the numbers. Like, I don't deny that. Like, he actually does move the needle for AEW. All right. And that's what he does. So I acknowledge that part. But still, I don't need it personally. I'm good.
Yeah, and that's fine. I think to each their own, as far as like if you want to, be excited about CM Punk or not. Like that's everybody's choice. For me, I think that it just seems stupid that this group of people can't be adults about it and figure out a way to say, hey, let's let bygones be bygones. We're all adults here.
Yeah,
this is stupid. Let's have a conversation and then let's make money, because I'm telling you, the AEW faithful, if there is any building that AEW is in that Cult of Personality hits for, the crowd instantly will go nuts. Now, there may be a like 50-50, like CM Punk sucks, and and the other half is saying, let's go CM Punk or whatever. You could see that happen where it's mixed. And I think it's a good time for him to potentially turn heel and to just be that character again, with fans turning on him. I think there's a storyline to be had there too. There's so many ways that he could use this if he chooses to do so. And I think the ball really is in his court. I think it's up to him. The fact that Tony Khan brought back the Elite, I think that it tells me that Tony Khan is not about a grudge. It's just about, if these people want to come back to work and if they can do that. The Elite have basically spoken with their actions to say, well, AEW, we love AEW. We're here. We're coming back regardless of what's next. They've said nothing about CM Punk. We've heard nothing official about,
they trying to bring back, like Punk? You said, I saw their actions. They were mocking him doing winning this.
No, exactly. They were mocking him. And that's another reason why I feel like there's a chance he comes back, because to openly mock something that happened like that, like you guys had a fight and it, whatever the rumors are about exactly the details of that, but people lost their championships. They're everything halted, for that. And then you come back and you're mocking him. I feel like part of me feels like that would happen because they know something we don't about his status potential, because he was also injured, like it wasn't just that this fight happened, he's suspended and that's it. Like he also got hurt in that matchup too. So barring health, this might be planting the seeds, them mocking him to say he's going to have storyline fuel when he comes back beyond just what actually happened, with the press conference. Perhaps. So long story short, I guess you're not excited about it, but do you think there's a chance that he does come back?
Yeah, for the money, and then he's a draw, and he moved, business from a business perspective, then yes, I believe he's coming back. Even Tony, because in the numbers he was a draw. He actually moved the needle. Even though you have MJF as your champion, it is what it is. But he's a real needle mover for that side of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say he's going to come back, and I say he'll be back in AEW. I think it's going to happen. Some people think WWE, and never say never with that, but my feeling right now is AEW. Definitely AEW. Oh,
yeah.
Well.
Where was you at last week, Johnny? I missed you. Where you been at, Johnny? But formalities for our special guest who comes on here and who just loves the Tribal Chief. Get them ones up. But I must acknowledge Johnny.
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Yes. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Welcome in, Johnny.
We're gonna do this the right way, Johnny.
And speaking of, that is a perfect segue
for the next perfect time. Johnny, you on fire tonight, man.
Johnny, you on point. Because now it's time for us to talk about the Bloodline in 2023.
No, don't leave yet, Johnny. Don't leave yet. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, talking about Sami Zayn and, is he on the outs already? Like, based off what happened on last SmackDown and this past week's Raw and SmackDown, there's some stuff starting there between him and the Tribal Chief. So we talked about that. But in general, for 2023 for the Bloodline, what are some of your predictions for the Bloodline as a group or individually, man? Like, what you got?
Ooh. When we was talking about Breakout Star, I mentioned Solo.
Yeah.
This dude has star written all over him. And he stands out of everybody. Actually, everybody stands out in the Bloodline, but still, he still stands out amongst all of that. So that tells me something. He has the character down. I love his theme music. I want it all. That bass be hitting. Dum, dum, dum. They just knocking it out of the park with your character, bro. Comes out now. He does Umaga's finisher now. The Samoan Spike. Like, bro, it's perfect for him. And of course, Tribal Chief, head of the table. My prediction is #Forever Champ. He's gonna keep the title for the entire year of 2020.
The whole year.
I said it. I said it along with a new title. Yeah, I'm gonna put that prediction out there. They're gonna come up. Well, he's gonna celebrate by breaking out a new title. Yeah, it's hitting me right now. Yeah, so WrestleMania, he'll beat The Rock. Then he'll celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm truly head of the table. Celebrate by finally merging the titles together and coming out with a new title. Just a singular title.
Oh, man.
And he will be the first holder of this new title. All right. And he will hold it for the whole year of 2023. Then he could drop it, Royal Rumble, or whatever, but he will hold that. All right. So you put his stamp on that.
So you think there's a chance in 2024 at the Rumble he drops it?
Yeah, I could see that possibly.
Okay.
Happen. Yeah.
So you feel the end coming for the reign?
I didn't say that.
Well, but you just said 2024. You see him.
No, I said, well, it could happen.
Yeah, but that's the first time I've ever heard you even talk about. It's been Forever Champ this whole time. Now you just said, but that's not forever. If you can see the end is near.
Yeah. You know what? Just stop that. Strike that from the record. #Forever Champ. It's gonna keep it forever. It's gonna keep it forever.
Live. We can't strike it from the record. It's live.
I don't care. It is decided. He will keep that title. He will keep the new title forever. #Forever Champ.
You sounded like this dude Jey Uso talking about, man, I don't care what the Tribal Chief say. Like, you slipped up for 1 second, or Sami Zayn being like, Kevin Owens my best friend. That was your moment. That was your moment, man. You're like, yeah, I see him keeping it all the way up until Royal Rumble and dropping it then. Just everybody like, wait, what? What did you just say? Tribal Chief look back at you like, wait, no, this way. Like,
I'm sorry, Tribal Chief. Strike
what was that?
Tribal Chief, strike that from the record. All right, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not an unbeliever. All right, you already know that. That's just, hey, one time I had all 3 of the Tribal Chief shirts at one time. All right, my Tribal Chief. Hashtag forever champ. Get them ones up in the chat.
Oh man. So for me, I feel like this is more about, I guess, what I want than what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen is Roman Reigns, winning at WrestleMania, and still being champion, maybe through SummerSlam, and then SummerSlam being the next point where potentially he could lose it. But I do see him winning it at Mania, specifically because this whole Rock thing is still a potential matchup. If he's going against The Rock, I am not rooting for The Rock to win that match. No. If they're facing each other for the championship, it is, to me, that's silly, and I don't want to see that match for the championship. But
he better take it, L. You bet
he has to.
Yeah,
and I think he's already said. See, that's another thing too. Is even The Rock has said he would put Roman over if that match happens. It's the right thing to do. We all know
respects the business.
Exactly. So, and kudos to him. But I just feel like, well, then that kind of takes the anticipation of that match out of it, especially if it's for the championship. If it's not for the title, maybe I'll feel differently, where I'm just like, okay, it's just, bragging rights, and maybe there's a chance that just to humble the tribal chief that he could win, but I'm still picking Roman because he's the now. Roman is the now for wrestling, so you can't take that away for a person who's a part-timer. Like, you just can't do that. Not even a part-timer. Like, Rock is done. He's not wrestling anymore. He just made
ain't no part-timer.
That's like calling Stone Cold part-time at this point. Because he wrestled that last WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, he's not even that. So, I see Roman keeping it through Mania, specifically if it's The Rock. If it's Cody, I'm rooting for Roman to win that, because now I'm kind of like, I feel like he's starting to get force-fed, and I don't like that. Maybe Cody turns me around. Now, if it's Sami, I'm rooting for Sami Zayn. I'm rooting for Sami Zayn to pull off the upset of all upsets, to be a made man, to be the new head of the table, to be the new tribal chief. I knew that'd get a reaction. That's why I did it. Yes, I want to see Sami Zayn take that spot. Yes. Let's go, Sami. You think you're the tribal chief? Sami Zayn will be like, "You damn right I do."
that man was scared. That man was scared in the corner, looking at Paul Heyman for help, looking at Jimmy for help, and Jay was like, "Nah, bro, stay out of this." I know personally to stay out of this. All right,
Sami,
he was getting scolded by that man.
You can do this, Sami. Nah. You can do this. So that's my prediction. I think, Cody, no. Rock, no. Sami, yes. I think Sami could be the guy I would accept that. I would accept that, because I think that's a great story to put Sami in the spot where it looked like Sami would never be even in that conversation. Win or lose, just him in the conversation is great.
Yeah, just the way they're telling the story, the foreshadowing. He's asking him, "Are you trying?" He's like, "Are you trying to be the tribal chief? Do you want to be the tribal chief? Do you want to be the tribal chief?" Dude,
I can't wait to watch that. I can't wait. I can't wait. I got to see that, man. That's gonna be fun.
Dude, it's personal. It is personal for that man. When he snaps like that, it's personal.
Dude,
he doesn't do it for everybody. When he does it, all right, this shit is real now.
Yeah,
shit is real.
So with that said, too, man, like, the Usos are my favorite tag team, but I feel like the Usos are probably going to lose this championship pretty soon. I feel like the end for them is coming pretty soon, too. Right. I hate to say the Banger Bros are going to be the ones to do it, but when you put Sheamus and Drew,
Banger Bro,
you're going to have to change that damn name. But Sheamus and Drew as a tag team, like, they are what's acceptable for the Usos and the loss there is you're taking two former WWE champions and putting them in almost like a light two-man power trip kind of thing, because these two guys, I mean, they have the history, but also they're champions. They're like at the highest level. They've been champions for WWE. So there's no shame in that, to be the longest reigning tag team ever and then to lose to two guys like that. That's respect. That there's no losing momentum in a loss like that. So, I feel like it's coming where I think that team probably is the one to dethrone them now. And Sami Zayn, being
so no more KO and Sami.
I mean, this team came out of nowhere. So I feel like probably not. I feel like now it just seems like they're using KO to help build Sami against Roman. That's what it feels like. it could turn around by the time we get to WrestleMania for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or could FTR be surprised?
Oh man.
Well, like
I mean,
put like a surprise and challenge them, and we
I guess
get them.
I guess it could, but I still think FTR stays in AEW. I really do. It would be fun to see them in WWE and to have them go against the Usos. And, you got these two teams that were seen as like the top two teams in their respective companies now being under one umbrella. I feel like that'd be awesome. But no, I think it's going to be that they stay in AEW. Maybe not under a long-term contract, maybe a contract again, like a Mercedes deal. We don't know the deal, but like where I want Mercedes to be able to bounce around from company to company to company.
Yeah.
I want that for FTR too. So, but I'm not against it. I'm not against it. And like I said, Solo, I want Solo to get a championship. I want Solo to get some kind of championship this year. Will it happen? I'm not sure, but that's what I'm wanting to see. But yeah, predictions. I think the Usos lose their titles, and I think Sammy and Roman are, which actually segues into this last one, the WrestleMania match card. For me, the Tribal Chief versus Sammy Uso. Let's make it happen. Main event.
That doesn't sound Hollywood to me.
That's very Hollywood.
That's
David versus Goliath.
SummerSlam match right there.
No, not with Sammy.
Quality.
Not where Sammy is the Daniel Bryan of 2023. Let's go. He is the Daniel Bryan of 2023. Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that. This the Tribal Chief, man. This the head of.
That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Man,
come on, man. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the best all time. He's in God mode, absolutely. He's in his bag, but I feel like this is why you build him up like this. That the person that beats him, it can help propel somebody to superstar level that you feel like deserves that and can carry that torch as like a monster face. And Sammy has the crowd eating out the palm of his hand. He has that kind of charisma to be just that lovable of a baby face. Yeah. So I think he can do it. And the story that they're telling is a masterpiece.
Dude, it's Christopher Nolan, just story type direction. Man, Papa H is in his bag on this story because I don't know where they can go. I'm literally, they're not even telegraphing. I'm like, bro, I'm done trying to follow the steps because you're trying to follow that way. They're going to go left. Trying to go left. No, we're going to go right. Bro, I don't know what they're doing, but it's enjoyable to watch, man.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, man. But that Rhea versus Bianca, I see being a matchup for sure. Randy Orton, I would love to say Randy Orton comes back in time for WrestleMania and we see something with him with Riddle.
It's hard to say,
but the back injury, I don't know. Yeah,
he had back surgery. I think he had his spinal fusion or something like that, or back fusion.
It's something serious because he's been out a long time. But yeah, man. But yeah, definitely. I feel like the Sammy match is the one that I'm feeling even stronger and stronger about as the days go by. Especially with shifting away from Cody. For me, I'm wanting Sammy.
My WrestleMania match card prediction. Tribal Chief. We don't been there, done that, but I'm gonna go outside that wheelhouse. I'm gonna go with Gunther and Brock. Give me that, goddammit. Give me Gunther and Brock because the way they building Gunther right now has been perfect. Just like he's beating these big sweaty men, slapping me, and he's doing it with an exclamation point, bro. Yeah, like, I love the match he had with Sheamus. The kickouts, and then just the way he finished too. He just did a random clothesline. It's like, fuck this. Just knocked his ass out, man. And it was like a similar fashion with Ricochet. He did his, I think he do like a over the top rope move, or just a splash he did, and Ricochet kicked out. But then he was like, man, fuck this. He just picked him up, slammed him.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I was like, holy shit,
Ricochet,
bro.
they slapped him, and because he was that last gasp, slapped him. He said, "What?" Slapped him, then picked him up and slammed him. I'm like,
damn, I'm ending this. Fuck this. You're done. You are done, sir. You have a seat. I want to see you in my face again. All right. Now it's like he's getting ready for Braun.
Yeah.
All right. Take out Braun. Now you're getting prime. Now you're prime for Brock. Now you got Brock's attention. You're just taking out these heavyweights now. All right.
Which, man, that would be amazing to see those two go at it, to see Gunther just wrestle the way he does against Brock. And of course, Brock doing his thing to Gunther. Yeah. That's just a scary matchup to even think about. That is terrifying.
Chops from Brock. I mean, chops from Gunther, the suplexes from Brock.
Yep.
And then, I don't even know, would they even shoot for a little bit? He'd be like, bro, what's all with these fucking chops, man?
I mean, Gunther's crazy, man. I feel like he would be down for that.
He would,
Brock's crazy. So yeah,
all that type of shit.
Right?
No, Goldberg.
We'll see. There was that one time where he told Braun to slow down. So I don't know. Maybe there was something.
They made a quick 2-piece,
right?
Because Braun like, hit Brock. He hit Brock like with his knee on the accident.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slow the fuck down.
Damn. That man was stunned for a second. He was
wasn't having it.
Just play fighting, bro. Just play fighting. My bad. I don't want that smoke.
Right, but right. So yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Mania. You know, I'm interested in seeing what happens with Bray. Like, what does Bray do at Mania now? You know, like it's gonna be Bray versus Uncle Howdy. Like, is that gonna be?
Man, this shit is. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that story, but I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued. I'm into it.
All right, man. This is like some jigsaw puzzle type of story right here. Like, you know, because had the whole setup and LA Knight in the middle of the ring telling Bray, he's like, nah, that's you, Uncle Howdy, man. I want to hear all that shit. And Howdy comes out, look like it's a 2v1. He was like, what is this shit? What is this shit? And all of a sudden, Uncle Howdy hit him with the sister. Was it Sister Abigail?
Sister Abigail.
Sister Abigail. And he was like, what the fuck?
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
He was bugging out. He was like, bro, what is this?
Man.
No.
I mean, which the rumor right now is Bo Dallas, that Bo Dallas makes a lot of sense for it to be him.
From the picture I saw, it's a very up close, clean HD digital picture. The way the chin is structured, it looks like Bo Dallas.
Right.
I'll be real. It looks like Bo Dallas.
Right. It does. And hey, I mean, I'm good with that. That would be awesome to see those two real life brothers, you know, having this opportunity to be in a storyline together and working together like this, because their whole runs, both of their runs in WWE, they really didn't cross paths. So now to finally do that in this way, that's cool.
I think, low key, Bo Dallas, he showed me that he had some range when he actually imitated his brother. I was like the B team versus Bray and Matt Hardy, and it was funny as hell because the B team, you had Bo Dallas dress up as his brother. All right, he's talking in that same cadence, and it was just funny as hell. But I was like, dude, I'm buying this. And you see the reaction from Bray, like, you know what? you know what?
There's something here.
That's right. You got something, bro. So yeah, he might be Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Let's go. And hey, if you want to put them in a match against each other or together, you know, you want to make this whole faction thing, you know, and bring Alexa Bliss in, I'm good with that too. But they will definitely have a presence there. Yeah, man, I'm expecting big things. And also, I mean, Judgment Day as well, you know, having a presence there, having Dom versus Rey Mysterio's got to happen.
Oh yeah, that's
so that is a WrestleMania matchup for sure.
Beat my ass on these holidays.
Right. Can't have that. So, but I think Dom goes over. I think he goes over.
Oh yeah, he got to take that mask off your dead, man.
Right.
Well, you're supposed to dead. You know what I'm saying? This is my mask now. I'm clean.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, but that's it. That's it for the predictions for 2023. It's gonna be a fun year to see, you know, just all the different things that's gonna be happening with some of the new faces that have come up, like Bronson Reed who's also a guy who could be a breakout candidate for sure. So, really looking forward to this 2023. The start of the new year is upon us, but the end of the show is here. So that is going to do it for the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast for this week. But before we go, as always, Devin, please, sir, tell the people where they can catch us.
Yes, all the time. You can catch us on the various social platforms. We got awesome audio portion of the podcast and a great video portion of the podcast. And we have, like I said, social media, Twitter, Facebook, awesome Facebook too. Shout out to our admins holding it down for the multiple chat groups we had was going on. We had the live discussion threads for Monday Night Raw. We had it for NXT. We had it for SmackDown for the night. So shout out to Chris, shout out to Christopher, holding down our admins for the Facebook group, Clark Street Wrestling Community. And I said Instagram is blowing up. Bro, it's getting ridiculous. Because I said that video, but what I said was like at the first time I said 10,000, 15,000. Now it's at 50. 50,000 still trending to this day right now. I'm getting the notification. Totally notifications off. All right. But hey, it's still trending. So check it out on our Instagram page and our Twitter page as well. Like I said, found all that good stuff. ClarkStreetWrestling.com. ST for the abbreviation. Just a real little quick byline for that. Right now, Clark Street Wrestling website is down right now, but let's best believe I'll figure that out to be able to get back to your listening podcast needs. But we have other formats like YouTube. All right, we have Spotify. All right, we have Amazon. Love using Alexa. Like, hey Alexa, play Clark Street Wrestling podcast. Have a lot of avenues for your listening pleasure. Well, of course, our merch.
Well, for the video too, there's some of the clips. TikTok.
Yep. TikTok. Yes. TikTok. There you go. Go and say it.
TikTok, Banger Bros. You gotta change that name. TikTok.
Change that shit. Change it now. Like you should have been changing immediately. Change it immediately. All right, because we don't need that, man. We don't need that. All right, and of course, our merch site. We have an alternate merch site. Would say ClarkStreetWrestling.com/store. But since it's currently down, ClarkStreetWrestling.threadless.com. All right, there we go. Got it. All right, figure it out. But Threadless, yes.
Yeah.
ClarkStreetWrestling.threadless.com.
Okay, there we go.
Remember, it's 2 dots. All right. For the merch. All right. You got beach towels, shirts.
Beach towels.
Yes. If you're down there like the broadcast in Australia, down there in South America, get your ass off that hot ass sand and get your beach towels. All right. It is not a good look. Ass on your sand on your ass? Hell no. You up here freezing, 25 degrees, up in the Showtime, the Midwest. Get your Clark Street Wrestling hoodies. Stay warm. Stay
toasty.
Yes. Clark Street Wrestling.threadless.com for your pleasure. A little different. I'm gonna fix that though. Our next week back to the business as usual. ClarkStreetWrestling.com, ST for the abbreviation. All right, y'all know the deal. It is decided.
Oh man, we have fun always on the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. That's gonna do it for this week's episode. For Devin, I'm Hafeez. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
All right, guys, thanks for listening to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. Hey, you get your ass off that hot ass sand. You see it right here. Shout out to Circle of Debate. Shout out to Ivan. That man was in his feelings. All right, hey, I'm gonna call it out. Ooh, I got something to play with now.
Hey, debate coming soon.
It's happening in 2023. Prediction. Matter of fact, mark that for prediction. It's gonna happen. Circle of Debate, first Clark Street. All right, it's gonna happen 2023. Also, Clark Street Wrestling representation of me, Devin, the Travel Podcast that will burst through from Top of Wrestling Talk, Rewind Wrestling Network. We will have this debate, which is slam dunk. Like, bro, it's too easy right now. Too easy. Your man is one note. Your man is basic. Your man is basic right now. All right,
man.
compared to mine. head of the table. All right, exceptional,
basic bitch.
Hey, exceptional fast food. That's what you are. Yeah. You're not the main course. You're not dude. You're
Exceptional fast food.
Fast food. All right,
Exquisite
porterhouse
fast
You're not
food.
porterhouse steak. You're not Sir Malone. None of that. All right, you're not surf and turf. None of that. All right, you are exceptional fast food. Deal with it, Bruce. It is decided. I said it. Let's go. We catch y'all next week. FreshWrestling.com. We'll be back up. All right. Later. See y'all. And Ivan. Jay White will be in WWE. Later.
I'm out of here anyway. Peace out.